All right, I'm going to try something right now. Here's a picture that James took years ago, and I took it on his honeymoon actually when he was in St. Lucia. And there's a little bit of a background story to this picture. I want to this and many pictures. We talk about this story and at our live seminars, and maybe not so much anymore. But back then, when it was a bit of a novelty, we used to bring it up all the time because it made a very powerful point. And that was when James went on his honeymoon. He wasn't going to bring his new digital camera with him, and I told him, I said, James, pounded it in his head. I said, "You're a professional. You can handle the camera. Nothing bad will happen to it." And he got that. This was going back quite a few years when he was still young and innocent and not nearly as the guru that he is these days. But anyways, he came back with a whole series of images. He had an absolute blast photographing images down there while he was on his honeymoon with his new digital camera. And here's one of them. It's kind of funny. He's got this picture of chains. It's on his. He went down there to get married and celebrate his honeymoon. So we won't get too much into the history, but I just thought maybe I'm going to try and duplicate, you know, what he's done in this image. Okay, so a little bit of a test here, and also try and teach you a few things. So back then, we used to use auto contrast a lot more. You could see how that worked. It just punched the image up quite a bit. You can obviously use levels or curves to bring up the contrast, but just for fun, we're going to use auto contrast because sometimes it works, and you just run with it. And I've got my burn tool in highlights. I'm burning all around, and I can tell right away that it's making the chain just pop right out. And I'm burning, burning, burning. Let's go back to mid-tones. Of course, my exposure is nice and low, so I can keep some control. And let's go back and look here. Okay, what do we have? So I believe he's made a selection. We're going to use a rectangular marquee tool. We're going to go in and select a narrow, let's go select the whole thing here. A narrower version. And I'm going to go to Image, Edit, Copy, or Control C. I almost didn't know where it was because I'm so used to my fingers going onto the keyboard. Shortcuts are marvelous. They save you so much time. And we're going to, let me just look at the size of this print. It's 8 by 5. Okay, we're going to go new. We're going to go to inches. We're going to go 8 and 12. Size these down, obviously. So, and I'm going to switch background colors, and I'm going to fill it in. Fill it in with the foreground color. So here we got our canvas. So now what I'm going to do is I've copied that already, right? So I'm going to paste it, edit, paste, or Control V. Let's go Control V. There's the image. And as you can tell, it's on its own layer. And all he did was he went in and created a drop shadow. If you, I'll slow down a bit here. There's the color palette. Picker pops up. You can pick a color that is kind of close to what's in the actual image. And let's bring it up a little bit more. We're in the right range. Got a kind of a rusty brown tone. And you can see it coming through now. Okay. Yeah, we bring the distance down, spread and size out. And let's see what we got. Aha, not bad, not bad at all. Well, he went a little bit darker. He burned it in quite a bit more. So, but the idea is there. You can see how simple those steps were to go from the original image, which is kind of simple, really, to the final image. So, hope you learned something. I did.